Hi, my name is Justin Carey. I'm a sales development representative here at Arsenal Business Growth. I started with Arsenal back in June of 2020, and I've been here about a year and a half now. Found this job from my buddy that was working here when there was about 5 people in the office. I came into shadow, and I actually shadowed Cam. I asked him just a bunch of in and out questions about what job and title, what you're doing for the first couple months, what my day-to-day would look like. It was a great conversation to where when I left that later that day, Aaron gave me a call and offered me the job. Yeah, the first week here, we didn't really have a training process in place. So I started with just shadowing some people, listening to phone calls, listening to calls, walking around, doing mock pitches. And it was kind of crazy because when I got hired 2020, it was a big COVID year. So we were in and out of office sometimes, teams chatting, a bunch of the other coworkers just running through my pitch. They're giving me a call on my cell phone. It was definitely a unique environment to try to learn. Once I got the grasp of it, I felt very confident that I could do it basically wherever I was. My first 6 months with a client was basically just building up a pipeline. My whole goal is just to dump in as much as I can find, build as many leads as I can get, see if we can find some low-hanging fruit in order for me to help my clients out, get them on some really good meetings, and then the main goal after that 6 months is you're following up on all your lead weights, your lead no interest, your guys that say, hey, I'm under contract, follow up with me in 6 to 8 months. That makes more sense. So you go from being this, I'm making cold calls every day, to now I'm following up on prior leads, prior appointments, deals, proposals. I feel like my job went from just being a standard SDR to now I am in cahoots with all my clients doing their full sales pipeline and working that process to where I'm not just a cold caller. I found other streams of, I would say, other streams of outcomes in order to ensure an appointment, ensure we have deals closed, and just make me feel as if I'm in the office with my guys via texting them all the time, calling them on my cell, calling them on my days off, talking after work, before work. The role definitely develops the longer you're here or the longer you're with your clients. When I make my cold calls, it really just depends on what client I'm calling for. No, hey, how you doing? How you been? More of the, it's Justin over here at this. Remember talking to me a few months back? We're this company, we do this. We're looking forward to introducing our firm. But then you also have some of your guys that might be a little more laxed when it comes to making the cold calls. You're allowed to say, hey, how you been? What are you up to? A little more laxed on the style and just the grammar I use. But it really just depends on the market you call too. Sometimes you need to be quick. I would just really say it depends on where you're calling, and then who you're calling for. I started with one of my clients back in 2020, October. And then that November, I talked to a gentleman, had over 200 users. They were under contract. They were a big chain. And he told me, no, I don't want to talk. So I kept following up every 3 months. End of 2021, talked to him again. He goes, Justin, thank you for being persistent. Actually, I'm going to be reevaluating in March of 2022. Called a couple weeks ago, set the appointment, and that was just a record I've been following up on since basically my first dials with the guy. And since he's been here so long, I have that process and that pipeline built out to where I have those leads that far down the road. I have, I think under my belt so far, about 8 closed deals. I would say one of that really sticks out to me was one of my guys up in Minnesota. It was a really big deal that actually fluctuated from month to month on just the amount of coverage. The beginning part, it started at an X amount, then it went up a little bit as COVID started being a little bit more lax, and then by the time COVID was finally, everything was open back up, we went to the full amount. It was one of those that you stay patient with because it was a bigger account. It's gonna take 6 months to a year to close them. You can't just think the second I set this appointment, it's gonna go to a proposal and then the guy's gonna sign this piece of paper. And then whenever you get that deal closed, it's just that you just get such an overwhelming sense of gratification from your client and then just from yourself, that it feels really good. It's really cool. Hi, I'm Justin Carey, and I'm a sales development representative here at Arsenal Business Growth. I have over 5 years of sales experience, including my first job at Dick's Sporting Goods. Right off the bat, I would say sales experience is a lot different than actual sales experience. I was a sales representative of Dick's Sporting Goods. I did not know what sales actually meant. I was a kid working a part-time job to help A, pay for school, and B, fund my golf habit. So sales experience, I would say, is a lot different than sales development. As a golf sales rep, and that job taught me a lot. I've never seen a group of individuals working harder and more diligently in my life. The hardworking part stays true. I work my ass off. And that's something I can really get behind. Slack, no one wants to see anyone fall behind. No one wants to see anyone's fail, but I will admit I have a rough slur. I can't say my S's apparently in this video. You should pick me because I'm a very, very hard worker. One of the hardest working people I know. I have a lot of goals in my mind also. I am a very hard worker. I bust my ass off for every deal I have closed and everything I do. I don't like seeing leads just go under the table. It becomes pointless on my side, it becomes pointless on your side. I just want to make as much money as I can, and I want to see how much money I can make for my guys so I can keep them forever. And also, I want a new Tesla. I want a house, and I need to pay off my student loans. I am ready. I've already accomplished 2 of those 3 things. I've just bought a brand new car. Wasn't a Tesla, RAV4 hybrid, pretty freaking stoked about it. And then I also just bought a house. I feel like I'm doing exactly what I want to do. Now my new goals are going to be buy another house or buy an apartment complex so I can have other money coming in. So I think it's really fun to see just where I was to where I'm at and just all the strides I've made. I am ready to go. I don't know what else. I'm ready to go. What else to say, man? Go to arsenalbg.com/Justin, add me to that cart, and let's get this going. Woo! Yeah, I agree with everything I said. It's pretty cool to see that I had some goals in mind, and I actually achieved them. Very interesting what you can do when you put your mind to it. Woo! I have like 8 different streams of communication with my guys. I have email chains that I label appointments. I have text messages that I call on my cell when I'm at my home. I call them, text them when I'm literally at work if I find a cool lead. As long as you can just keep showing what you're doing and you keep finding new things, people like that. People like hearing it. Currently, been with 2 of my clients now for about 20 months. And that starts with building up a really good pipeline, A, and then B, communicating that pipeline to where it's not once a week, it's not once a month in your partner meetings, it's once a day. They're at least hearing some sort of update via, you shoot an email out with them CC'd on it, or you send them a text message, you call them on the cell, you call them after work, you text them before work, you just see what's going on. But these guys are also my boss. I'm talking to them just as much as I talk to Aaron or my manager, Tommy. Some months you won't get an appointment. Some months will be slower than others. But if I'm not getting appointments for you, I want to make sure you know that, hey, I didn't get any appointments for you this month, but look at this. I got 40 new leads in here from either warm leads to lead no interest, because those no interest come back around to where they need new IT at some point in their lifetime. And that's a lead that you've been working on and they know who you are, even though they told you no 4 months ago, 5 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago. They still have that top of mind to where they look up IT in their email inbox, boom, you're there. They look through their voicemails, boom, you're there. Or they just start thinking about it, boom, you're there. I would say right now, just work your ass off, buddy, because I'm gonna be putting in the work over here. I need you to do the same with me. And I just want respect on all levels to where if I'm gonna do a bunch of this work on my side, I want you to do the work on your side. Even if it means you grade my calls, you go through Salesforce, you ask me questions, I'm gonna ask you questions probably every single day. Sales is an ever-changing thing that if you don't keep asking questions, you'll be left behind. If you wanna check me out, go to arsenalbg.com/Justin. And you'll be successful. Hi, I'm Justin Carey. I'm a rep. Oh God. Justin Carey. If I get, oh God, I don't even know what the fucking say. It's weird. It's like, and I've also gained weight.
I think that's what.
My diet included PB&Js and ramen noodles. Now I actually get to, I don't know, buy chicken. I get to buy groceries. I get to buy like chicken breast. Oh my God, I don't have to buy it off the discount rack anymore.